Welcome everybody to the second edition of Chase Race Review. I apologize for the lateness. I said I would try to keep the consistency up, but obviously that didn't really happen. So in this video, like I said on Instagram, I will be reviewing New Hampshire and previewing Dover. So anyway, let's go over some pre-race news real quick. Brad Keselowski won his 5th pole of the season. That number 2 car has been really fast. At Richmond, he started first and won that race. Chicagoland, he started 25th, moved up all those positions, and like I said, as I reviewed in the last episode, he won that race. New Hampshire, he started first, like we said, he won the 5th pole, but he finished 7th. He had to fight through a lot of adversity. Let's go over some finishing order highlights. Joey Logano ended up winning as Penske sweeps New Hampshire. Penske, they just been a great team overall. I would say better than Hendrick. Joey Logano is he got his 4th win. Brad Keselowski his 5 wins. You got to give him credit. I mean, Penske Racing has just almost dominated this 2014 season. If you look at it, running in next, like Hendrick, secondly dominated, but Penske really set the tone for this chase. With Brad Keselowski winning Chicagoland and Joey Logano ended up winning New Hampshire. Kyle Larson finished 2nd, his 2nd consecutive top 3 finish. He finished 3rd last week. I believe that I feel really strong that he will get a win before the season ends. I mean, he's running great, top 3, 2nd consecutive top 3 finish. He really is heartbreaking because he didn't make the chase. He almost came up like 1 win short of not making a chase. And his teammate, Jamie McMurray, finished 4th. So a great day for Chip Ganassi Racing. Eric Almirola finished 6th after battling back from the engine failure last weekend. Kyle Busch finished 8th. His car was destroyed. Here's a picture of it. It's got tape all over the hood. He got into an accident. I'll show that later. So you got to give him you got to give Rowdy Busch a lot of credit for coming back. And Dale Jr. ran out of tires. He had to go to practice tires, was able to salvage a top 10 and finish 9th. And Jeff Gordon finished 26th. We'll talk about why later. He dropped from 2nd to 7th in points. So Joey Logano led them to the green flag. The first caution came out. It was for a competition caution on lap 35. And 8 laps later, Brad Keselowski fell to 22nd. After taking 4 tires on a pit stop, not looking good for the number 2 team. Clay Rogers took his car to the garage. He was out of the race at lap 56 after overheating. Tough break for that number 93 car. Sorry. At lap 74, the number 2 car, Brad Keselowski, he was able to move it to 14th by the time there after working through traffic. And I apologize if I said this wrong, but Corey LaJoie, Lajoie, he took his car to the garage. He was leaking oil about 30 laps ago. He was leaking oil at 51. And the caution came out at lap 105 for debris in turn number 2. 3 laps later, Denny Hamlin gave up 2nd on pit road. He came down again for an adjustment. And later in the race, he would go 5 laps down. Not looking good for that Joe Gibbs Racing number 11 team. 20 laps later, Dale Jr. dropped to 24th. The first car lap down because of unscheduled pit stop because of a loose wheel. They have been a factor. Loose wheels have been definitely a factor this season for bad luck for drivers. Anyway, on lap 130, David Stremme ran out of power. He headed to the garage and was out of the race at lap 193. The caution flag flew on lap 170 for debris in 3 and 4. And then chaser Denny Hamlin got involved in the wreck with David Reagan, Martin Truex Jr., Justin Allgaier, and Cole Witt, as you can see here. Hamlin just might have slipped on the oil and then got turned around. Joe Gibbs, they struggled and prevailed this race. We'll talk more about that later. On lap 188, another caution for a wreck on the back straightaway involving 3 chasers, Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch, and Case Kane. That was the wreck where Kyle Busch was able to come back and finish 8th after having a damaged race car. See, look at the car. It's got like the hood all, like, shouldn't we say like part of it's like up. And it was just a racing deal where the 20 and the 1 were racing hard, which caused this. On that 194, Brad Keselowski went for a spin to bring on another caution. Like I said earlier, he was able to finish 7th, so way to battle back through the adversity, like I mentioned. Then 2 laps later, pit troubles really were a factor today. Kyle Busch had too many men over the wall, had to restart the tail end of the field. These are the kind of mistakes that can cost you some valuable choice when this chase gets into the final round. Caution fever continued at lap 201. Ricky Stenhouse goes for a spin with a little help from Earnhardt, got into the rear. And another driver gets penalized for too many men over the wall. This happened a lot today. This time it was Casey Kame. He had to restart at tail end of the field. Danica Patrick was able to move up to 8th 5 laps later, but she ended up finishing 19th. So a good top 20, but does it really matter? I mean, it's Danica Patrick. You should... that's kind of normal. On lap 214, Denny Hamlin re-entered the race after being in a wreck earlier. Shouldn't really say earlier, was that? Yeah, it was only about 180. So didn't take long, really. It didn't take that long for them to get repaired, but yeah, he was many laps down trying to salvage some points. In lap 222, Kurt Busch had a right front go down. A lot of tire troubles today. His struggles continued on the very next lap. Pitted too soon, had to start the rear end of the field, and then got pushed to the grabs because of too much damage. He would come back, though, on lap 255. Debris on the backstretch, caution came out on lap 246, and then Corey LaJoie, again, when he came back in the race, he went for a spin to bring out another caution. On lap 264, problems again for Ricky Stenhouse. He blew a left front this time. And some more pit troubles during caution. Kurt Busch, too many men over the wall, had to start at the tail end of the field. On lap 268, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, they almost touched on the restart. And while they were doing that, Kevin Harvick was able to sneak by on the inside. And then, how about another caution? Paul Menard and chaser Matt Kenseth, they went for a spin. Bad went through worse for Kenseth. He pitted too soon, which put a lap down. Then in the restart, yet another yellow flag flew. Caution fever, much. I mean, are you kidding me? This is what you like to see in NASCAR. A lot of wrecks, a lot of excitement. Kind of drags out the race a little bit, but yeah, once in a while it's okay. Jeff Gordon, who I said in the last episode was going to have a strong chase, he blew a tire with 9 laps to go. Like I said, a lot of tire troubles today, which really changed the whole perspective of the race. It set up another restart, and Joey Logano led them. And one more caution, just one more. Tony Stewart, who was cleared from grand jury the other day after striking and killing sprint car driver Kevin Ward Jr., he went for a spin. Finally, Joey Logano pulled away from the field on the restart and won the Sylvania 300 at New Hampshire. He gave Penske their 3rd straight win and the sweep at New Hampshire, like I said earlier. So let's preview Dover real quick. Let's take a look at the point standings. Here, Brad Keselowski still has the top seed with 2,097 points. Joey Logano is in a good fight for second, 1 point back, and Kevin Harvick is still up in contention in third. He is 7 points back. Jimmy Johnson's in fourth, moved up a little bit. He's 17 points back with 2,080 points. Kyle Busch is in fifth. He's 20 points back with 2,077 points. Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's tied with Kyle Busch for fifth with 2,077 points. And Jeff Gordon, surprisingly, is in seventh with 2,070 points, 27 points back at first. And then Matt Kenseth has 2,057 points. He's 40 points back. Sorry, guys, I have a tickly throat. Carl Edwards is in. He is 40. No, he's tied with Matt Kenseth. He has 2,057 points. Adrian Allmendinger's in 10th with 41 points. Case Kane Adrian Allmendinger's in. He has 2,056 points. He's 41 points back. Case Kane is in 11th, 2,055 points. Ryan Newman's in 12th, tied with Case Kane. Denny Hamlin's in 13th. He's on the bubble right now with 2,049 points, 48 points back. Greg Biffle is tied with Hamlin, and Kurt Busch has 2,047 points. And Eric Almirola, he's still in 16th. This is going to be tough because he really has to basically win this race. Kevin Harvick, he has to get 34th or better. Jimmy Johnson has to get 24th or better to advance. Kyle Busch and Dale Jr., they have to get 21st or better to advance. Jeff Gordon, 14th or better. And Matt Kenseth, Adrian Allmendinger, and Carl Edwards, they have to either get second or better. They're not going to advance. Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth, some big names that one of them is not going to advance. Adrian Allmendinger kind of expected it. I mean, let's be for real, guys. And everybody else who's in the chase and winless must win Dover to advance to the contender round. So a lot of big name drivers up there on the bubble to advance to the next round. Dover is definitely going to be exciting, I think. I'll actually be going to the race. Hopefully I can get some new diecast there and then start my Eldora stop motion, the Car Cash Mod Summer Classic. It might not be uploaded for a long while, guys. I'm busy with schoolwork a lot and stuff. So, yeah, that wraps it up for this episode of Chase Race Review, second episode. I'm sorry, this was really late. It was supposed to be uploaded Monday. See, nothing I can do about that there. I was really busy. So, see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll be making a vlog of Dover. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.